Hi, I'm going to paint the bottom part of this terracotta pot with Waverly chalk paint in white. I love painting terracotta pots. They take paint so well and it is so satisfying. I end up painting 2 coats of the white. I am using Waverly chalk paint and ink to paint the saucer of my pot. I also paint 2 coats just to smooth out the brush strokes. The top edge of my pot I painted in Waverly chalk paint in crimson. It only took 1 coat. I painted the inside and outside to the rim. Both my mama and my mom-in-law have passed away. So this gift is something I'd like, but it's something I know they would have liked as well. I found a few pictures of my sons at different stages in their lives, and I printed them on regular computer paper in black and white. It was really hard deciding which ones to use. I brushed Mod Podge onto my pot, and I placed my pictures over where I had brushed on the Mod Podge. And I'm sorry it was out of the frame. I hope you guys get the idea. I brushed Mod Podge onto my pot, and I placed my picture down over the Mod Podge. Then I Mod Podge over the picture to seal it in. These are some of my favorite pictures of my sons. Now I'm taking more of the white chalk paint, and I dip the handle of my paintbrush in the paint and make polka dots onto the black saucer. Now I'm painting black stripes onto the red part of my pot. And I'm sorry again about being out of frame. It will get better. I bring the stripe from the inside rim and the outside rim and meet at the edge. Here I'm adding polka dots of crimson onto the black saucer using a paintbrush. Here, I take the handle of a foam brush and I make bigger polka dots in black onto the white part of my pot. I put crimson dots on the white part of the pot as well as on the black stripe top, and I use a Q-tip for this and it works out great. I touch up some of the places where the paint had dripped using my white paint, and then I make stripes using the white paint at the top. I use this folk art gold paint and I add gold stripes to the top and half circles on the polka dots. And I love this paint. I love how it just shines. And this paint comes from Plaid, and I am a Plaid ambassador. And I highly recommend their paints. They do Waverly, they do Apple Barrel, of course Plaid, folk art. They're really great company. Mod Podge is even one of their products. And here's how it turned out. Look at those sweet babies. They didn't stay that little long. And this is them just a little older. Here, I love the look on my older son Dylan's face when he realized that his little brother Caleb was here to stay. And here is a picture of them that's recent. I sure love these boys. I am participating in this Mother's Day DIY hop with two wonderful and talented ladies, Catherine of A Perfect Place to Start and Michelle of Moxie DIY and Java. I will link to one of these ladies in my description box, and she will link to the other, Making a Circle. I can't wait to see what they have made. I'm sure it will be wonderful. This picture shows me with my mom and my mother-in-law at my wedding shower in 1987. Don't you just love my hair? My next two projects I am making to honor them. I miss them so much. So here we go. DIY number 2 honors my mom. She was a crafter as well. She sewed, crocheted, and tried every new craft that came along. Bottle cutting, fabric painting, and when she passed away in 1997 of endometrial cancer, she was a fan of painting. She loved Bob Ross, and she would do different paintings like he did, and she would also paint wooden projects that my daddy made. She loved family, especially her 2 little grandbabies. She loved gardening and flowers, and she grew a lot of things, and she loved traveling. All you had to say was, "Let's go," and she was in the car. I used Waverly chalk paint and ink to paint the word family, and Waverly chalk paint in white, the flower. Both of these I got at Walmart for just 78 cents a piece. This box I got there as well, and it was under $5. I am painting the inside with the white as well. Now I'm going to paint the outside of this box using Waverly chalk paint and celery. It took 2 coats. It's such a pretty light green. I used a tiny detail brush to go around the hinges and the front latch so that I could get as close as I could with my bigger paintbrush. I paint along the inside edges of my box using the celery. Now I'm going to paint over the black family part with this Waverly chalk paint in white. And it took about 2 or 3 coats to get full coverage. I lay in some scrapbook paper that I have, and I just press it in so I can get an idea of where to cut. And I just trim out the bottom and the top using the paper that I like, and then I decoupage it in using Mod Podge. And here I'm just touching up any of the spots I need to go over with my green paint and celery. Here I'm sanding the family sign to kind of give it that distress and let the black pop back through to give it that detail. I decided to dry brush some of the chalk paint and celery over my rose, and I hid the word family also just to make it cohesive. I hot glue them to the top of my box, and then I find more stickers that I decide to use on top of my box. All of these came from Dollar Tree, the stickers. And my mom, she loved to travel, so I thought it'd be nice to put some travel stickers on here. And here it is. I think it represents my mom. She loves stuff. Our house was always full of whatnots and items and stuff, and she didn't believe in rotating it out. Everything, the walls were covered. Lots of things she made, macrame. It didn't matter what. I miss her. My third DIY represents my mother-in-law. She was a kinder, more sweet woman you'd ever want to meet. She was my mom almost as long as my mom was. And she loved her family. She'd do anything for her family. And I was just as much her kid as her own kids were. She passed away just 2 years ago on Mother's Day. That was a hard day for us all. And she was in her 80s. And I miss her greatly. Here I'm using this box frame, and I'm just giving it a coat of Waverly antiquing wax, and then I go back and wipe it off with a paper towel to make that frame. I got this wooden box frame at Walmart, and I believe it was like under $7. I paint the inside with the chalk paint and celery, and I just go along the edges right up to the frame part, and then paint in the center. On my Cricut, I designed this Bible verse from Ruth where she tells her mother-in-law, "Where you go, I will go, and where you stay, I will stay." And I did that in white vinyl, and then I added it into the middle of my frame. I found these pretty flower stickers at Dollar Tree, and I just put 3 in each corner. And there she is. I think it's beautiful, and I think it represents my mother-in-law. We were very close. And here are all my projects together. I hope you liked them. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. Ring that bell to be notified when I upload new videos. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Tell me something about your mom. And be sure and check out the next person in the hop. Until next time, bye y'all.